material here. What are you going to do with it? Speak up.
Boxes.
Whether it's going to be put in boxes. Right. Looks a right mess, doesn't it? So where do we start then? Which one have you got there? Right, so come on then. Tell us about it. We'll decide whether it will, hopefully you'll decide whether it's any good. Show the rest of the group. Tell us what's on it briefly.
Some doctors, time veterinary code and clothes,
Yeah.
and their telephone numbers, and where they live.
What's that at the end?
Opinion.
Opinion.
Yeah.
Doctor's
Opinion.
method is what?
Very intelligent, quite nice, all right and nice.
What about that word nice? What does that mean? Steve?
Alright. It's alright.
It doesn't mean very much, does it? What do you think about that then, being included? What do you think? You don't like words as well? Oh, yeah. Right, sort it out into subjects then. What's the next? What would you put that under, by the way, Lisa? What subject? Pardon? Could come under hospitals, couldn't it? Anything else? Doctors? Medicine? Yes, any of those things. Stick it over one side and let's have some other stuff. Just if you're interested in the history, if you could file all the history stuff collected up and read through it. Yes, what would that be? You've read through it? Yes, could do. Let's, well, I'll take it. We'll sort out the rest.
Editing. Say if you went up to the inbox and you saw a piece of work, you'd quickly skim through it, and if you found anything interesting in it, and you'd read it carefully, and then you'd correct your mistakes. And after all that's done, you can make another folder, and you can index it and then put it in a box.
That will go in with the heart, isn't it? Yeah.
No, it's the little one.
And there's been a lot of rubbing out. Look, there's those corners all touching. Look, can you see the rubbing out?
Yeah.
No.
And the difference with that is this colour.
Yeah. No, that's not very good. It's not hard because it's the upper one like that, isn't it? Because I mean, it has the same things in it, or is it coming out that far either?
What are you actually deciding, Kim? You think that's been copied?
Well, yes, that's been copied, and that looks a lot like it's been copied as well.
So what are you going to do with that? If it has been copied? It has. Pardon? Who did it?
Well, Gregory.
I asked Gregory and he said yes. Yeah, I said he copied it out of that. He said no, he copied it out of a different book.
Yes, he did.
Right, so to start with then, you don't really want that in at the moment?
No.
No, well think about something else then.
Yeah, here's some.
Now, you've got to index this. What is it?
It's been gone doctors of Milton Keynes and Bletchley.
Doctors and opinions. So how are you going to index it,
I
Laura?
like the opinions.
That's good, isn't it? How are you going to index it?
Under doctors, health, Milton Keynes, it could be under any of them.
Right, so what's the
Well,
first?
cross-referencing is when a piece of work goes under two different subjects. Like, say we had something from St. Brival's, we could index it under school trips, and we could also index it under history.
Just to explain then, can you? Push it over some.
What for?
Well, doctors we're talking about at the moment, aren't we? Well, after a period of 3 months, children had an amazing facility for editing and classifying and cross-referencing. I could then withdraw a lot more. Initially, it was very time-consuming. The children were becoming irritable, what's it all for? But as time progressed, more and more children became involved, and now they're at the stage where they want to involve more teachers in the scheme as well. They can now see the idea of an encyclopedia evolving.
No, that's the inbox, isn't it? What goes in there first?
Well, all the work,
An
this is
index
what-
first time as well.
This is all the work which we've had that can be that we're going to edit an index and have a look inside. So,
Now, what do the editors do
there's
in the indexes?
magazines and books and things. The editors, what they do is they check the work, make sure there's no mistakes. It's not copied out of a book. It's nicely written out. It's not all inky, it's tidy, and it's good. It's good information.
Well,
And then they give it to the indexers.
which get a little card and they put what it is, what box it can come under, and put it in a little box.
What are these cards? Where they're kept?
How do they find out? How do they know where the work is?
Well, we've got a little index box. So this is the box colours and subjects. So what we do is, for all the things, we have subjects down here: religion, education, school trips, all kinds of things, and they're all coloured. And see, these are the boxes which you keep all the information in.
Can I see it, please?
That's okay.
And we get one of these cards at the back, like that, and we write something on it, and the back of it has got the little triangles. And we got the work, then we got what about is and what box is. Then we look at the B, which is here, and we look for Bermuda, which would go in alphabetical order, which is there.
And say this is some work. It hasn't been. It hasn't been edited yet, but we'll pretend it's been edited. Well, it says fashion. So see, what you do is you say fashion, and you put a fashion, then you put what box you think it should come under, whatever fashion will come under. It's not going to come under religion or space or plants and animals.
Yes, well, now we know this, but what's the other thing which we do? How do people find out?
It's indexed.
Yeah. And another thing you do, say this is fashion. Say it's fashion. It's about Tudor. So some people might be looking for something to do with Tudor. So what they do is we could see. Some people might look for it under fashion, but other people might think it's looking for something to do with Tudor. So some people might click under Tudor, and that's called cross-referencing. Put it under different things.
What, two or three different
Is all the
subjects?
work putting it in the boxes, or is any of it put somewhere else?
Well, some of it, the work that's no good is just go. If it's no good at all and people don't want it, it's thrown away. But if the people want it, they just keep it.
And if it's too big to put in the boxes, we put it in a cabinet.
What's the cabinet?
What's that? That one over there.
That one.
That thing there, and see, there's some work that won't fit. There's not really room to fit in any of the boxes. See, that's too big.
Is there anything else you want to know about the system?
Well, we know practically all of it now. We'll ask you to. Let's see if you can find something. Look, find. We'll give you something to find. Say, find.
Something on
Transport in Milton Keynes. Transport in Milton Keynes.
and see if it's cross-referenced or just referenced.
If you can't
once.
find it in Milton Keynes, look under something. Look under what else it might come under.
Transport. No transport. The orange box.
For French. No. Milton Keynes transport.
And the cards are neatly put in and not in, say, A,
then you can
D,
see the orange
C,
box
They're put in
there.
alphabetical order so people can easily
Now,
find it easily.
see if you can find. See if you can find the work. It says Milton Keynes folder, and see which box it says. See if you can find the work now.
Orange box.
Orange folder. Orange folder. Which one? Orange. Yeah, which folder though?
I don't know, it doesn't say here.
How do people know which folder is it in?
Well, there isn't names on them yet, but we're going to put names on them in a little while. Some of them have got names on.
Got the folder, like this.
Oh yes, leisure.
And this one's Milton Keynes Industry.
These folders have got different names on them. So we get a piece of paper and stick it on and put the
Say
names
someone
on
left it on the table. How would someone know what box would it go in? Would they have to look in the index
Yeah.
box?
Yes.
They'd have to look at the card in the front which tells you what box it would go in. So in this case it will go in red.
Right then, let's see if you can index it. Spec cards at the back.
Get card. Got an ink pen. Right.
But they've taken one up downtown and the police and people are working on the other one.
Yes, and there's only one pelican splashing.
Is there many chairs to sit down and are they good?
Right.
Quite a few interesting
What notes have we got?
It's about the prices. Quite good. Is it 2.5p difference though? That's what they'd have to find out.
Like,
Has it been indexed yet?
no,
I shouldn't
We'll
think
have a
so.
look.
It's in the inbox. What can it
Have a
come
look.
under though to look up in?
Yeah, that's the thing. Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to cross-reference it.
Milton Keynes.
Under a couple of different things.
Stone Age. Milton Keynes folder. Cross-reference. History. See if I've got... No, doesn't seem to be anything. No. Well, it hasn't been indexed.
Well, for a start, what box could we put it under?
Well, it probably will come under.
Same
Well,
as
shopping
as
Thursday
Milton Keynes.
questions probably come in the Milton Keynes box. Which is, what box is it? Geography, what colour is that?
No, it's not. It's
Orange.
yellow's history.
I know, it should come under, I reckon it should come under the orange box.
Yeah.
Because all the Milton Keynes works on in the orange box.
Yeah.
Well, that's about Milton Keynes. I reckon it should
Yes,
have
very
Milton
good having
Keynes
that.
on there though.
Yeah.
On the
you could
outside.
think it's
Shopping
that's
survey, it
London.
might be London.
Yeah,
I think
so
something about Bedford. Anything. It could
that's
be
gotta be
anything
soft.
really.
shopping survey questions.
In Milton Keynes.
Milton Keynes.
You could
Yeah,
write
it's
down
not
for
only
you could write
shopping though.
Yeah,
They've
it's
gone
gone
to
to
buses as well. How to
Card
travel
that
there.
right.
Yeah.
That's gone to travel as well in Milton Keynes.
Well, you just have to list all the things that are on it, really.
Yeah.
So if people go to the box, get the tape out, and they'll sort of they read what's on it, because there might not be what they want on it.
So they think it was shopping survey. Oh yes, just what I wanted, and then they'd listen. They'd got subways after.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look, does it just come under the orange box? Does it come under different? Well, it comes under a lot of different subjects,
Yeah.
but they're not all to do with the orange box.
No. No, not all the orange box. Like it could come under
Yellow for social studies.
leisure. Some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parking facilities, I don't know what that to come under. Well, it's parking facilities in Milton Keynes. I suppose that should go in the orange box. Education.
Yeah, could do.
I can't see what.
A couple of different things.
Yeah, I can't see much use of a multi-storey car park for education, though.
Yeah, well, it's telling where the stuff is. Well, it doesn't tell you where it is, but it tells you
Yeah.
what's in what's in Milton Keynes.
Yeah, the whole trouble is, what box does this actually go in? Because you can't split it up all
Yeah.
into little bits and put one in there, one in there, one in
It's
there.
going to be a bit stupid. isn't it?
Yeah.
The eventual objective is for them to be able to develop a resource system of their own. At the moment, they can see the reason for having a school system that everybody can draw from, and now beginning to see that perhaps the information that they have at home can be organised and sorted out.
Subways comes into it.
Let's see.
Yeah, well, it is Milton Keynes
Keynes.
mainly.
Yeah, it's Milton Keynes shopping, so it come under Milton Keynes box. Just been round all the classes and didn't get one bit of work for any other project.
I don't think you should for the first year. They could take it all home after they finished it.
I'll put it up on their walls.
Yeah.
I've got all the work in the Silver Jubilee
We should
project.
put signs up saying if you've got any project work, bring it to the second year. Yeah. Do project work on it.
What? I must do project work. I can't just do English and maths and things like that.
Even the third years give you any.
9 out of 10 of them didn't know about it.
And there's all those
projects.
in there.
Only 2 know.
That means the teachers aren't really bothering about it.
Ah, now, is it that they're not bothering, or is it that they don't know about it?
Well, the ones that did wouldn't give us any project work. No. They just said they didn't have any. They must have some project.
Because I
He didn't even ask. They didn't even ask their class if they had any old project work or anything like that.
What did you say, in fact?
just said, have you got any...
Well, I'd expect teachers to assess whether it would work in their school or not, but the system can be tailored to individual needs and individual systems of organisation of resources within a school. I think the problem is not that the teachers don't want to give you any, but that they don't know, really, what it involves.
Yeah, we should know.
So how are you going to solve that, then?
Go around the classroom and
Tell them. Have an assembly.
We should tell them.
yeah, tell them in assembly.
Well, take Kevin's idea. What do you think about that? What was that, Kevin?
Say it in assembly.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. If we said it in assembly, then say if you've got any old work at home, it's just in the cupboard, up on the wall. Any good pictures that you've got, why don't you just bring it in?
Yeah, but you see, it could be tatty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be copied out.
Ripped, you see, but,
Can be copied out.
Yeah, tell them. If
yeah, but somebody might not want to give it to us.
They don't have to, but some people are sure to want to. I mean, some people who don't like keeping their work.
Is it going to be of use to anybody else in the school, or is it only going to be of use to you people?
Everyone else. Yeah, it's going to be used to everyone else.
The system isn't finished now, but a lot of people are using it already for the Milton Keynes work. Because it would take quite a long time to fill in the boxes up. Because at the moment there's hardly anything in there.
There's only about 2. If you put all of the work together, you wouldn't even get 2 boxes.
I was working on it a couple of days ago. 3 boxes were completely empty.
Yes, but you say
there
they
was
look
work
complete.
in there.
They look completely empty, but you've done a lot of work on them,
Yeah,
haven't you?
there was a lot of work in there, and people were taking it, and then they're not bringing it back and just leaving it, so it gets
Yeah, in the
lost.
back.
There's all that work on the wall in the dining room, which has got Carl, and just put it up on the wall, not giving it to us.
In the
A further development is that children are now teaching other children how to use it. They're doing it themselves, and they're sorting out the problems as they arise. So really, it's very child-orientated.
People can't be bothered to put them back into the library.
So what are you going to do about that, then?
Some people are there borrowing the work and they're putting it in the wrong boxes. They bring it back but putting it in the wrong boxes. Some
that's
even
another
put it
problem.
in the inbox. To be headed to
We call it the class encyclopedia. Well, it's about storing information so that other people can use it.
Going to solve that, then? I'm not going to go
We
there.
should make some, tell them how to use it.
Make a cassette, make a recording of
Oh,
it.
we could have notices up.
Yeah, that's
on the
what
board.
Make a
In the-
recording.
in
by Mr. Dozer.
By Mr. Dozer.
they say.
Yes, you've got lots of ideas. Kevin says make a cassette. You said,
Make a
James,
notice.
make a
Put it up
notice
where
is
it
out.
can be seen. Well, everybody can see it.
But it'd be
Well, lots of people go by it.
Take a long while to write it out, because it's quite a lot to say, isn't there?
Well, that was the last of the broadcast material for the second level course on reading development. We turn now to popular